It's time for Around the Ozarks News, brought to you by the Springfield-Greene County Park Board, Blue Current, and Thompson Sales. Here are your hosts, Ethan and Sarah Foreheads.
Hey, good morning to you on Giving Tuesday. Today's Giving Tuesday, the day that is a great day to donate to charities of your choice. So I hope you have time to do that today and make a point to do it. And we've got some news to tell you about.
The man convicted of raping and killing his friend's 9-year-old stepdaughter in 2007 is set to be executed. Chris Collings brutally killed Rowan Ford in Stella, Missouri in November of 2007. Took police days to locate her body. They did finally find her inside a cave in Newton County, down a hole. Collings is 49 years old now. He is set to die tonight by lethal injection. Rowan was a beloved student who went everywhere in town on her bicycle, and she was at church every time the doors were open. She often got there early and sometimes even went by herself. The U.S. Supreme Court has rejected an appeal.
Man, that Rowan Ford story, it was such a big story, such a heartbreaking story back in 2007 when it happened. We were working at KY3 at the time, and it was one of that was one of the most impactful stories for us. I think the two of us in our entire time at KY3. There was Haley Owens as well, similar type story. But Rowan was the first, and man, you covered that a lot. You got to know her family very well, her mother specifically. And that was a tough one to cover, wasn't it?
It was a hard one. It was unbelievable, and I still remember it so vividly. And I remember being at her funeral as well, and just hearing her Sunday school teachers and her principal talk about her, and just knowing that she would sit on the front stair of the church and wait for everybody else to get there because she was there first oftentimes. It's terrible. Also kind of hard to believe that Chris Collings will die tonight. Covered a couple of executions and was media witness. And so that's a strange thing as well.
Yeah, it is. That is an odd thing, but it's been a long time coming.
It has. It's wild. All right. Next, a house that was under construction in Greene County partially collapsed yesterday while people were working on it. This was on North Farm Road 197. 5 workers were hospitalized, several more injured. They were said to be alert and conscious when they went to the hospital, but they were laying some trusses and it just fell in on itself.
Yeah, you don't hear about that happening very often. Obviously, it shouldn't. So something went wrong there. But man, that's a scary ordeal.
Yep.
There's a special city council meeting today in Springfield to decide if the city wants to spend $75,000 to study whether it would be worth it for the city to get a new professional soccer team and build a new stadium for them to play in. The team would be part of the United Soccer Leagues and would play at a stadium that would be built at National and Traffic Way, not far from Hammons Field, just to the east. The USL is seen as a second-tier league compared to the Major League Soccer, which of course has teams in Kansas City and St. Louis. So see what they come up with today. I bet they look into it. Willard voters said yes to a petition initiative to have the city audited by the state, the city's finances. Finances there have been a concern for taxpayers ever since the former mayor, Corey Hendrickson, went to prison for wire fraud and identity theft. That conviction comes from his time working at Prime Trucking. But during the same time frame, he was also working as Willard's mayor. He was on the board of aldermen. So there are some concerns. No timetable yet for when the state will start that audit, but the state auditor's office is working on it in response to that citizen request.
All right. Beware of some road closures in the Galloway area. Crews are widening the road through there and building some better infrastructure for stormwater runoff. From now through Thursday, Lone Pine will be closed between the Galloway Street intersection and the northern intersection to Siquioto Park. And then after that, The other portion will be closed for them to finish up the work. That whole thing is expected to last a couple of weeks. After serving his term in the state house, Mike Stevens is running for mayor in Bolivar. He says it's a way for him to continue in public service. Some might know Mike from his former business, Stevens Pharmacy, which Citizens Memorial Hospital bought in 2019.
Okay. It's official. The number of air travelers this Thanksgiving holiday set a new record. On Sunday, the TSA screened more than 3 million people, which breaks the previous one-day record by about 74,000 people. And it was not a great weather day to fly. Some parts of the country got a lot of snow, and that canceled some flights. So it was a long day at the airport for some folks trying to get to where they were going. But the number more than 3 million people is the number of people who were checked in through airport screening.
Right.
Not necessarily
whether they made it onto their flight or not.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's a lot of people. This Friday, the public is invited to see the governor's Christmas tree and decorations at the governor's mansion in Jefferson City. The big tree, 40-foot tall spruce, was just placed outside the mansion in Jeff City. A couple from Boone County, Missouri, donated this year's tree. The lighting ceremony and candlelight tours will take place Friday evening, if you're interested.
All right. Meanwhile, the U.S. Capitol Christmas tree will be lit later this evening to officially kick off the holiday season in Washington, D.C. This year's People's Tree is an 80-foot Sitka spruce. It made the trip all the way from Alaska to the National Mall in D.C., and it has since 1964. Not always from Alaska, but there's been a tree there on display since 1964. So pretty cool tradition, and it is a sight to see.
And it will be lighted later this evening.
It will be. I know you didn't like that I said lit, but
no, I like either is acceptable.
You can break the rule as long as you know it in grammar. There you go.
It's not a rule. Either is acceptable, but
I know that you prefer lighted. And I knew you were going to call me out on it, so I was ready. You're very, very predictable.
I am predictable, if nothing else.
But hey, listen, they will teach you in journalism school. You can break the grammar rules as long as you know the rule and you can properly break it. So I can say where you're from instead of from where did you come, because that would be awkward. In broadcast news, you're writing for the ear, and that is what this is. Broadcast.
Okay. And there's your lesson, everybody.
There you go. Now you know.
You want to do contests?
Yeah, contest. It's time. We have 2 contests right now, actually, at aroundtheozarks.com. Both of them at the same website. 2 different contests with 2 very different prizes. Yep. So I will let you go first with football.
Okay, we are continuing the Branson Bowl, which has been a big hit this season as the Chiefs play. You can win tickets to the Chiefs game at Arrowhead on December 21st against the Texans. All you have to do is go around to aroundtheozarks.com, click on contests, and then click on Branson Bowl, and you'll have to enter a keyword, which I today have not yet given you. But you're going to win tickets to the Texans game on December 21st. You will also win Branson official vacation destination of the Kansas City Chiefs custom gear. So you get some stuff from Branson, which is the official vacation destination of the Kansas City Chiefs, and Around the Ozarks. And you will win tickets to the Texans game. December 21st would be an ideal Christmas gift for that Chiefs fan on your list. But the key word that you need to know, the key word is family. You're making me cough now.
I know. I'm sorry. I can't quit coughing either, but that was good. All right, everybody go play right now at aroundtheozarks.com. And then while you're there, you can also play Deck the Ozarks, which is another competition, same website, where you will submit a picture. You have until the 8th to do that. Right now it's the 3rd. So 5 more days to submit your picture. And then the audience will choose their favorite Christmas display. And whoever wins by audience choice gets a 4-pack of annual passes to Wonders of Wildlife and $100 to Jim's Steakhouse.
Wow.
So make sure you play. Make sure you take a picture. It's going to be so cute.
Yeah.
And somebody's got to win. Might as well be you. So
yeah. Good
check
prizes.
them both out right now.
Good prizes. And you can go to aroundtheozarks.com. Also, while you're there, check out the events calendar. You'll find out about all of the Christmassy type things that are happening all this week. And, of course, for the weekend coming up.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks for joining us. And we do hope to see you back here tomorrow morning.
See ya.